Hello and welcome to the video, friends. This is a continuation of our previous video on cardio training, and in this video we are going to uncover a few questions which you might have come across, like how much cardio training is good, how hard and how often to train, and similar other topics. These are general recommendations for a normal healthy person, but there are individual differences which makes every person unique, requiring specific program designing in combination with progressive overloading. Let's begin with the first question: how much of aerobic or endurance training is sufficient? So in general, 3 to 6 training sessions per week are considered normal. But if your goal is fat loss, then 150 minutes or 2.5 hours per week or more with moderate intensity aerobic activity is sufficient. And if your goal is strength or hypertrophy, means increasing the muscle size, then 75 minutes, like 1.5 hour of vigorous aerobic activity is required. And if you are just doing it for general fitness, anything in between works good. And if you are between 6 and 17 years of age, then 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous intensity training is absolutely necessary. The next question is, how can you measure how hard you are training? For aerobic performance, means your heart training, the measurement is done via rate of perceived exertion, which is also called as RPE. It is based on the breathing talk test, which can give you a good indication of your workout intensity at that moment. The easiest or lowest RPE value of 0 to 1 on a scale of 1 to 10 means you are able to sing a happy birthday song, which means you are still in the warm-up mode. As your intensity increases, deep breathing begins, but comfortable to hold conversation means you entered a recovery stage, which is the second stage. And if you're finding hard to hold your conversation, which means you have entered an aerobic state of activity, as you increase further, breathing gets harder and it's uncomfortable to talk. It indicates that your RPE or your heart rate has reached a value of 5, 6 or 7 on a scale of 10, which is almost 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. And this state is called as anaerobic state. And finally, when you are unable to talk, your breathing is deep, forceful, and you give up your maximum, you reached an RPE between 7 to 10, where your heart rate is between 90 to 100% of its full capacity. And this is also known as your high intensity VO2 max. Now, VO2 max means it is the maximum amount of oxygen an individual can use during exercise. Now that you know how to measure the intensity of your aerobic workout, the next question is, how hard should you train and how to do that? The intensity of your aerobic workout can be simply increased or decreased by manipulating variables like rest, resistance, and speed. An example to increase the resistance on a treadmill is by increasing the incline on the belt, or by using a weighted vest, or by using a resistant band instead of using your own body weight. But there are also systematic progression-based training options like LISS, which is called low intensity steady state workout. And in this type of workout, your heart rate remains between 65 to 70% of your maximum heart capacity. It is like walking with a normal pace. If you want to further progress, you can choose moderate intensity, medium duration workout. It's not too long, where the heart rate is between 70 to 85% of your maximum capacity, as if you are doing a brisk walk or a jog. And as we further progress to increasing the intensity, high intensity interval training, which is also known as HIIT, kicks in. And here your heart rate is almost 80% of your maximum heart capacity with lower intensity of rest period. If you like to try a HIIT workout, the link is in the description below. Next progressive modality is aerobic interval training, where we try to keep our heart rate within the aerobic capacity range and not to exceed nor to let it go too low. For example, a mild long jog, but not sprinting. And the ultimate and last progression to get your heart rate thumping is by doing anaerobic interval training, which is also similar to Tabata format workouts. Here we work out for 20 seconds, then we take 10 seconds of rest in between and complete 8 to 10 rounds of such workouts, which will be like 4 minutes of workout. This brings your cardiac performance close to its peak performance, which is around 9 to 10 on an RPE scale of 10. If your goal is to improve your running capacity and become a distance runner, then you can also consider the full track training system. We will try to cover those details at some other time. On a high level, full track training is based on variables like time or variable pace, different environmental factors like heat, humidity, cold, wind, altitude, pollution, and so on. This training pattern will help you run at different terrains and pace to enhance conditioning, eliminate the same repetitive type of training routine. Now, the next question comes, how much to train in a session? Here it's important to remember that your training intensity is inversely related to the duration of training. Longer exercise sessions basically have low intensity, and vice versa is true as well. For your reference, if you want to burn 250 calories in a session, then you can either do a slow walk for 60 minutes with a speed of 3 miles per hour, or do a brisk walk with 4 miles per hour for 45 minutes, or you can jog with a speed of 6 miles per hour for 20 minutes to get the same effect. If you want to know what are the different cardio training options to consider, then take a look at the video link in the description below. So after doing a good workout, the question comes, how much rest should we take? Because rest is very important for recovery, to allow positive adaptations, and to prevent overtraining. Consider stretching or foam rolling techniques, which is also presented on a different video on this channel. The link is again in the description below. If you are preparing for a race, then consider reducing the training volume 2 to 4 weeks before the race by about 20 to 30% each week, means doing a little less training. For example, if you can run 42 kilometers at your full speed, then during these 2 to 3 weeks before your race, run only 30 to 34 kilometers. But keep your speed constant. Last but not the least is paying attention to the range of motion. Most of the time, due to sedentary lifestyle, people complain about low back pain or joint issues. Tight hip flexors caused by sitting or repetitive cycling or jogging movements causes anterior pelvic tilt and weak glutes, which indirectly hamper the running performance. So don't miss to contact a personal trainer or a physiotherapist who can help you find a better solution for such imbalances. If you're serious about your cardiac health, it's much easier nowadays to get a fitness tracker, which may not be 100% accurate, but still gives you a good sense of your workout effort on your body and can help you improve them too. Alright, I hope this video is useful to have a sustainable fitness lifestyle, and if any of these training tips help you get better and perform well, please do share your story in the comment section below. If you like similar contents on workout, fitness and nutrition, sustainable lifestyle changes, then please do subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Until then, here is Amit signing off, and see you in the next video.